Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back. Today we'll be doing a lot of homesteading stuff inside the house with ketchup, marinara sauce, and pizza sauce. So if you like watching these kind of videos, keep on watching. So today I need to chop up some onions. We're gonna can some tomato sauce. Nope, not tomato sauce. Ketchup, barbecue, and marinara sauce for pizza. So pizza sauce. So, as you guys know, I did not do a garden. And the only thing I have is whatever I have left of my canned tomatoes. So we're gonna pull some of these canned tomatoes to do our sauce. Well, to as far as I can with sauces today, because you know the time is short, Sal is annoying, and I need to see what we got versus I don't want to use all my tomatoes. Come on, Sal. Say hi to Sal. Hi, Sal. How are you? Do you need to be on everything? No, you don't. So I need to figure out what sauce I have. So I'm going to pull from here. I'm going to pull from there. And we're going to figure this out. Okay, so here's all the sauces we have found that I think I'm going to use. I have whole tomatoes. I have a quart that I can use. I have another quart that we can use. Some of these are from 2022. These are from 2022. And then I'm using some of them that I noticed are too watery. These are from January of 2023. So don't forget, I didn't do a garden. Well, we didn't have a huge garden last year. Hubby had a stroke, I'm sure you already know. So we don't have as much as we thought we would still have today. I do have some barbecue sauce here that I have to fix. So I'm gonna do this with the new barbecue sauce recipe that I found. And I'm just gonna combine them. Hopefully it'll fix these. And then I'm gonna see if I have enough for marinara and ketchup as well. So one of these is to fix the barbecue sauce. Then I had to convert obviously these into cups, and I think I have enough cup to do a marinara and maybe ketchup. If I do one of the two, I will do maybe the ketchup versus the marinara, because we need ketchup pretty soon. So I will do the ketchup. Then the marinara, I can whip up some other pizza sauce later on. It just won't be canned. So it will be as I use it. But I really wanted to can it. So let's see. Let's get started.
Stop hurting me.
Okay. So these I'm gonna have to wait for the stuff to come in the mail so we can do the marinara sauce. I will be heating them up here because I will be doing it sometime this week. I probably won't record it because, you know, recording is kind of hard while you're doing stuff. I am gonna chop up the onions and then pass the test. It tastes pretty good. It tastes better than the one I had. I can tell you this much. So I will be linking the recipe below. I wanted to bring you over here because I did clean up a bit, not a lot. It's been a few minutes that it's been sort of cooking a bit. I gotta say, it don't look like ketchup, so it's kind of like deceiving, but I am gonna blend it now. as you heard, the blender seems to be struggling. Well, I've had this for 2 years and we purchased it. We purchased it for $10. One of the Christmas deals at Kohl's, because you know hubby used to work there. And I want to say with discount, everything else, I think we got it for like $1 because you know Kohl's gives you cash back. So for it to last, I want to say 4 years already. It's not too shabby. It is working. It's just making some weird noise. My thinking is because the cloves are whole. So what I'm gonna do is I'm letting it cool down and then I'll put it in my blender, my Ninja blender, so it can blend everything smoothly, and then I'll pour it back, let it cook a little bit, and then we can try it. So while that's doing that, cooling down and everything else, I am going to start canning the barbecue sauce because that'll take longer. And I gotta put it to start canning, water bathing. So while that's water bathing, then I can chop up the onions. But are you still gonna keep it maybe for things that don't have seeds in it or anything hard, where until it dies? Once it dies, I guess I'll have to go wait for Christmas and see if they still have the same deal going on. But even for $10 is not bad, right? So let's do the next one. All right, I started canning. There's one set in here. I gotta wait for it to cool down. Here's the second set of barbecue sauce. Now my ketchup is completely cooled down, and now we can try to blend it with my NutriBullet. That's the best thing I ever purchased. I actually brought it to do sofrito from like back in the day, which by the way now I don't blend my sofrito anymore. I actually keep everything whole, but that was the purpose. So I got 3 pint jars, I think this is what it's called. So I'm hoping I can fill up at least 3. Let's see, this is the best part actually. I don't need a funnel. It's just gonna go completely in the jar and not dirty anything, so that's kind of cool. I was hoping it wouldn't do that. Maybe 2 pint. Oh my god, it's slipping everywhere. Maybe I still need a funnel. Alright, so actually what I'll do is I'm gonna put this inside my ketchup container and get everybody acquainted with the new ketchup. We did try it. It's just hot, so clearly we don't taste the ketchup. It could be because mine don't look like red, like ketchup, but don't forget ketchup has food dye in it, so that's why it looks so red. So we got 2 pints with that 1 quart of tomatoes plus a little bit more. My guess is probably 2.5 pints. That's what it looks like. But I'm gonna put this inside the ketchup container and then just mix it all up. I'm just not gonna tell anybody. And then I'm gonna can these with the barbecue sauce. We are making another kombucha. So here is the tea with the sugar already cooled down. I did several videos on this, but today is a homesteading day and we're doing this, you know, to please people. So here's my Scoby hotel. As you can see, is building clearly another Scoby, and I need to actually try to grab the best looking Scoby from the hotel. So hold on. Alright, so while I'm waiting for my Nesco canner to cool down with the barbecue sauce that's in it, and I have actually onions still to peel. We want a booger. I call this a booger. I don't know what you guys call it. It's a SCOBY, but I call it a booger. So this clearly needs to go in here because that's what's gonna make the kombucha. So usually I try to take the oldest one that's in here, but the oldest one will be all the way in the bottom. You see? The darker, the older it is. So the whiter, the newer it is. I do have one in here that's really thick. Um, some of these, I mean, people sell them. Obviously, I'm not gonna do that because I don't have time for that. But I am gonna get rid of some eventually. I think maybe in the next batch. So I'm gonna put half of the Scoby Booger Hotel inside of here. That's enough to cover what I put in there. And then I'm gonna go and probably toss some of these. And then I'm gonna fill this up to the top with the new tea. So here's the tea that's been sitting there. It was hot. Now it's nice and warm. Do have a composting bin here because I'm gonna throw the tea bags in there, you know, to make sure they compost. And because tea is compostable. Welcome to my Spanglish once again. So I'm gonna take as many of the tea bags in here I can. I put green tea because it's easier for me to drink, and just like 2 to 3 of the black tea, and that's usually what kombucha is made of, is actually the black tea. But since my Scobies have been there in their hotel for like a decade, safe to say that I will make kombucha. I think there's another tea bag. A kombucha will be made with my green tea. I am sure about it. Give it another stir because the sugar was all the way in the bottom. So I have this little can here, and then I have a bigger, obviously, can. So I'm gonna fill this up to the top. And this is unflavored kombucha because it's gonna make the kombucha. You gotta leave it there in the dark, doing its thing for at least, I leave it till next week, maybe around Sunday or so, just so it can get its flavor. Now clearly you are messing around with, obviously, the tea that makes the SCOBY. So what's gonna happen is this is gonna start building a tiny little SCOBY, and then this hotel is gonna build another SCOBY as it sits there. The longer they sit, the longer the SCOBY will start creating. So that's why when you do 4 cups, you do end up doing half and half, just to make sure you rebuild your SCOBY hotel with kombucha, clearly the black tea. So now I'm just gonna top it up with the cover. I have the, I forget what are these called, Mason something tops, and I don't have to burp them or do anything with them. I love these because I don't have to do anything. There's plenty of them out there, but you have to burp them, and I don't want to do that. So now I'm gonna put it somewhere in the dark. I have a pantry that is actually in the dark where I keep the SCOBY hotel, and that's where we're gonna put this one in. I'm cleaning out my SCOBY hotel. I'm taking out the biggest one that I found, and I'm putting it in my compost bin because yes, it can go in the compost bin. Yes, it can. And then actually, if I had any live animals, you can give it to, you can feed it to like the chickens and the goats. Apparently it's good for their, you know, sort of the same thing what kombucha does for you. Now that I cleaned out my hotel, I'm just gonna pour the rest of this in there. Should go to the top. There you go. And this will make another SCOBY. Actually, I should top this one up a little bit more, because usually it does give me enough for both of these. See, ta-da! So now we're gonna put it away, let it do its thing. Just remember which one is your Stolby Hotel and which one is your kombucha, because if not, you will get confused. And now we're gonna hide it. All right, 14 cans of barbecue sauce and 2 pints of ketchup. Why say about 2.5 pints of ketchup? Ooh, you hear them popping? That's a good side. Pop away, pop away. Bella is bagging the onions. Look at Bella bagging away. Wait, how many scoops? Count them.
That's 6. That's 7.
Alright guys, so here's all the bags. So 12 pounds of onions got us how many bags, Bella? 4.5.
Oh,
so 8. Yeah. 8, and then we're gonna put that one in the other freezer just to keep it. So here's she's calling half bag, but it was 12 pounds of onions. Now put them. Now that we're out here, let me get a quick tour of my green stock. So this is the only stuff we have here in the garden that I'm able to maintain, you know, because clearly it is on my deck. So makes me happy that I see all the green beans growing. So we have green beans, we have snap peas. These are, I believe, they're not, some of them are onions, the other ones I think are something else. Leeks, they're leeks. So we have that going on. In this green stalk, I think that's a bug. Is that a bug? Oh, no, it's not a bug. Okay, it's the leaf. It looked like a bug. So that's all my green beans. I had to trim them because they did get some kind of fungal. Here we have tomatoes, so I hope they grow. I'm not sure what kind of tomatoes. Those seeds just grew from one of the containers. I just happened to see them, so I grabbed them. I did put potatoes in every other spot to see how they do, and I also retransplanted some cabbage. So I had a couple of cabbage growing on this green stalk, and I just transferred them over. I do have basil starting to grow. I hope it makes it. We have some turnip. The rest is spinach. It was supposed to be lettuce, but not sure what happened to the lettuce mix. It didn't do for me, so no lettuce. We did have spinach in most of these, but I don't know what happened. Some of them died. And then we have cabbage. I've always had the thyme, which is, I keep trimming it. It keeps coming back. So beware of the thyme. I did put potatoes in some of these just to see if they ever grow. And then my rosemary that I purchased and is doing great. Now over here, I have the cucumbers down here in the containers, which are doing great. That's where the short clip came from of me doing some cucumbers. And then the peppers. And then over there, we still have the lemon trees doing great. I have my mint and my berry tree, and my blackberry tree is still doing okay. I do have a lot of asparagus growing in those small little containers, so that was great. Then over here I have potatoes. So all these bags are full of potatoes. Hopefully they'll grow. The big container right here, right before the flowers, this one right here is full of garlic. Hopefully it'll take. I am pretty sure it should make it, so, because we still got time. And then we have carrots, and the carrots look pretty good. All right guys, today was a busy day. God bless. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. Here's dinner. FYI. Hot dog with onions.